Quite a lot of mowing jobs for me today, lots of first cuts to do. I have both of my mowers on at the moment. I have the Toro ProLine on and I have the Hater on. I don't normally take both mowers with me in a day. I normally try and plan it so that I've got all of the lawns that I need to do with the Hater or with the Toro. But today I just want to. I've got a lot of first cuts to do, and I want to get them all done today because the weather apparently is going to be turning after today. It's going to be getting a bit wet, so I really want to try and get quite a few of these first cuts done while the weather is dry. So I'm with Dad first thing this morning. Me and Dad are together first thing. It's all going on around here. Bikes and dogs and everything's all happening. So me and Dad are together first thing this morning. We only have one job that we both do together at the moment. One job every other Tuesday morning. This time a couple of years back we were doing 4 jobs together, but with the lockdown last year we had to cut down on the time that we were sort of together. And so at the moment we're just doing the one job. Whether or not that changes throughout the year I don't know, but at the minute it's just one get together first thing. So this video I'm just going to try and do a few different snapshots of different lawns. I'm not going to concentrate on one lawn in particular. I am just going to do a few different snapshots and a bit of Toro action, a bit of Hater action, I don't know. Anyway, let's get cracking. As I was with Dad this morning, and Dad hasn't been on a video for a little while, thought I would give him a little go on the new mower and also get his opinions on it as well. I mean, obviously he only done 2 little stripes, but here is Gary the gardener's full review. And I quote, "Blimey, she is heavy, isn't she? It leaves a nice cut. Seems to mulch well. Can I borrow it on Thursday?" So I'd like to thank my dad, Gary the gardener, for his honest and in-depth review of the Toro ProLine. Sorry, can't borrow it on Thursday. I do need it, but I would like to thank you for your review. This is a fortnightly job me and Dad go to, and we don't generally always cut the grass here. It's just every now and again. We'll probably normally do the first cuts and normally the last cuts and a few throughout the year. But normally we would use the customer's lawnmower. The customer has a 21-inch old Hater, and at the moment it has a few issues and they don't have a mower, so I thought it'd be a good idea to give it a go over with the Toro. So normally the Hater which we use has a nice roller on the back and it gives a nice stripe, so normally this front garden would be nice and stripy. Anyway, this was it for me and Dad on this day. I normally do the grass. If we're doing the grass, I would do the grass. Dad does all different bits and pieces. We seem to juggle it quite well at this job. But after this job I was off onto my own, and Dad obviously goes off and does his own bits and pieces as well. As this was the first cut at this job, I was interested to see how the Toro would cope with it, because the grass was fairly long, it was a little bit damp as well, and because the Toro is a little bit heavier than the mower which I'm used to using on all these jobs, I've been a little bit concerned that it will actually sink into the lawns. It's quite a hefty machine, but haven't noticed any difference on any of the lawns I've done with it so far, it seems to cope very well. The wheels on them aren't hard wheels, they're not hard solid plastic, they've sort of got a bit of give in them, and whether or not that disperses the weight of it better. But so far it has bagged very, very well and has mulched pretty much everything I've thrown at it so far. This is a new job which I picked up at the end of last year. This is actually only the second time which I've actually cut this grass, and it's a fairly big lawn. I must apologise, I must have had a smudge or something on the camera and it makes it a little bit blurry for some reason, but I've had to speed it up a little bit, and at some point through the year, if I continue going here, I will do a more in-depth video on this lawn. But it's a nice place to come, and again it's ideal for mulching with the Toro. So one of the main reasons I wanted to have a mower which mulched as well, because there's a few areas in this garden, the front garden I bagged, and the back section here which I mulched, and yeah, I needed a mower that mulched it all down. So it's a nice place to go. I pretty much just get left to it, which is ideal. And this was my final job of the day. Now, I didn't show you the lawn which I used the hater on. It's a lawn that you've seen a few times before, so I'll show that in a different video. But normally I would probably use the hater on this job, but I really wanted to see what the Toro coped with sort of a small little lawn with shorter grass. This isn't, it wasn't a lot of grass coming off of this one, but I wanted just to see how the Toro would cope, and what the quality of cut was like. If I had to use it on smaller lawns. I will say that this mower is probably not designed to be going around lots and lots of different objects in the gardens. It is quite hefty, and to be going around little flower beds, and this garden's got quite a lot of little trees as well. It was a little bit frustrating to go around all those sort of things. So in all honesty, I probably won't make a habit of using the Toro on this sort of job. I probably will stick to the hater on this sort of job. But again, when you stood back at the end of the job, it looked fine. It had taken the top off the lawn, which I really wanted it to do, and yeah, it was just nice to be using the Toro and giving it a go on these smaller lawns. This is also a new job which I've sort of picked up throughout last year. It isn't a very regular one at the moment. I just come here for sort of one visit a month at the moment, and pretty much do whichever job the customers want me to do. On this day it was run over the lawns. Next time it could be, weeding, hedge cutting, whatever. So yeah, this is one that just I picked up last year. Seems to go very well. Customers pay me very promptly, and yeah, in this business that's half the battle. So a final thing to say about the Toro in this video. When I first got the Toro, I was slightly concerned that the length of it was going to be a bit of an issue, because the way I store my mowers in my van is I put them in the side door, because at the back of it I've got different bits and pieces, so all my mowers go in the side, and generally I don't want to be folding the handles down every single time. Now with the Honda which I use, I had to fold the handles down. The Honda was just too long to get in there. But thankfully with the Toro I can get it in the side, no issues, and I've also got a sort of an inch or so each side, so it does move around a little bit in there, but not a lot. There's going to be crashing around, so yeah, happy days. Pluses all round. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, be good. I'll see you next time.